Ryan Elliott for Boxing News. We're in Newcastle with me, Sam Jones. Sam, busy weekend for yourself. How are you first?
Yeah, long time no see, Ryan. How's yourself?
I'm good, thank you for asking. Let's get down to it. A lot going on this weekend. First fight I want to ask you about Cameron Vuong, fellow Northumbrian, someone who grew up quite close to me. 1-0, debut out the way. He's got big aspirations. How excited should we be about him?
Yeah, look, I've said my feelings towards Cameron. He's going to be the co-main event on Saturday, which is a lot of pressure for a guy who's had one fight. But I genuinely believe you're looking at the best British prospect in the country. That's what I genuinely believe, and one of the best in the world. I genuinely believe him. I believe in him that much.
Yeah, I saw when he turned pro, and obviously he's had his debut since. If he didn't think he could be a world champion, he wouldn't bother. I know he'll want to go in as quick as possible. Maybe you'll drop to rein him in a bit of times. How fast will he move, though?
Well, look, he's fighting against, I think if you ask Tom Dallas, 60 people turned the fight down, 6-0, and that's not an exaggeration. So we're fighting against a tough Colombian who's coming off a good win. That's who Cameron's going to fight, and that's he's going to showcase his ability on there.
Let's talk about Mark Dickinson. Got himself a nice step-up fight. Yeah, really popular in the northeast from fighting stock. Yeah. A lot of fighters like the McCormacks are touted to go and be the next northeast star. This guy can really fight. Could be him. Yeah,
look, there's all of them there. Like you've got Cameron, Mark, Benn, and Owen. There's so many. It's a golden generation of northeast boxing at the moment. Mark's in a really good fight, but I genuinely believe, I know it's the old cliche, the better the opponent, the better the fighter performs. I think you're going to see the best out of him and a career best performance on Saturday with Mark.
We've heard good things from him in the gyms. I know he's back in Berkeley now, but even when he was down with Benn, sparring the likes of John Ryder, is he another one? Expect a statement on Saturday and then ready to be let off the leash?
Yeah, for sure. Look, we don't want to look past what we've got to do on Saturday because Grant Dennis is coming to win. I had a little chat with Grant. He looks in good spirits. He's in very good shape, so big respect to him. As I say, after this, we're looking at with the English title. They kind of want to potentially go that route with Mark, but you never know in boxing. It could end up going different routes, but let's see. But great big night for Mark Dickinson on Saturday.
Obviously went the time with Kevin Ajako. Yes. As much as he would love to make that statement and get the stoppage, do you think it is important he gets those rounds?
No, I've told Mark as well, like he just goes, if Mark goes in there and does what he's meant to do, I believe Mark will stop him inside the distance anyway. It's not about comparing yourself to Kevin Ajako, because Kevin Ajako is doing his own thing. He's got a big fight against Troy in a few weeks. Looking forward to that one, but Mark's on his own path, and it's about Mark Dickinson, not what Kevin Ajako did with Grant Dennis.
You spoke about there's a little bit of a goldmine here in the northeast. There's so many young fighters. You think we're 1 or 2 years away from this being the hotbed of British boxing?
I really do believe that. I think 18 months' time, you're going to look at Mark Dickinson as a headliner, Cameron Vuong, both the McCormack twins. I mean, hopefully we get to see Luke back in the ring and get Luke in the ring. So I know he had a few issues there, but I'm hearing good things. I'm hearing he's going to be finally getting his professional license, which is a great thing because Luke McCormack is a tremendous fighter. Big fan of Luke. Callum French, Cyrus Pattinson's always in exciting fights. You've got an amazing crop of talent there. Benn and Owen Reese. You've got this is the best era for northeast boxing.
Let's talk about Benn and Owen Reese quickly before we move on then. So important early on to be able to get out in front of their people, develop in front of their people and build such a strong fan base. They're not deep on these undercards away from home. It's right here where they are.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, I've told the pair of them, this is a huge night for the pair of you. Go in there and grab this opportunity with both hands because they're not signed to Matchroom, the pair of them. So, as I say, there it is. There's your opportunity. I can only provide opportunities. I can't get in there and fight for them. They wouldn't want that anyway. But no, there's your opportunity. Go there and fucking snatch your opportunity and take it with both hands because it's a big platform for you on Saturday.
Let's talk about Jack Catterall. Waiting to see what's next. I seen he tweeted Teofimo Lopez again this morning. Teofimo Lopez put a video out of him working on the bins, and Jack Catterall said, surely fighting me would be more fun than that.
Well, the thing is with Teofimo, who I greatly respect, spent a lot of time around Teofimo. I like him a lot, but I think he's unrealistic with his demands. Like he wants 10 million to fight. Like he didn't fill out the Hulu Theatre with Josh Taylor last time, so you got to be more realistic. But Jack Catterall against Teofimo is a fight I would love to make, but it's about being sensible. So let's see. Let's see. Jack's got some options on the table. Got a meeting later this week to discuss what we're going to be doing next, and hopefully we'll have an announcement in the next week or two.
We've kind of spoken about the fights that are there. We've spoken about Teofimo, Josh Taylor. We think is going to fight Florian Marku possibly. Is the Haney Prograis one of the most likely big fight?
No, I don't think Marku's going to fight Taylor. I know Florian wants to fight Taylor, and if he does get that fight, good luck to Florian. Florian's a good mate of mine. Good luck to Florian. I'll be supporting him all the way in that one. But as I say, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I mean, we're not chasing Josh Taylor. If the fight makes sense and the fight makes sense financially and the fans want to see it, then let's do it.
What do you think is the most likely next step for Jack, if you had to say?
Literally, I couldn't tell you right now. We've got a list. We've got a list of about 4 names on it. So let's see what we decide.
So word on Fury Usyk. I want to get your thoughts on that. We're now hearing it's looking like it could be late February. Do you think that's just the right decision, all things considered? We want the best version of both men.
Yeah, you don't want to see 2 fighters. I mean, Fury was a bit banged up after his fight last time, so it's probably the best for both men. To have the fight, and you want to have a good build-up. It's the Undisputed Championship build. Yeah, I know it got a little bit diluted because of the Francis Ngannou situation, but it's still a fight we all want to see.
Your opinion change at all on how that fight goes after what we saw?
No, it doesn't really change. I'm putting it down. I mean, look, I gave you the list. Could Fury be finished? Could well be. Yeah, could well. There's no shame in that. He finally kind of performed how he looks physically, which he's always never really done. He's always kind of defied logic. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he's always performed like he moves like a welterweight, doesn't he, Fury, usually? Like, he moved, he was very heavy-legged, he didn't have any much movement, he was easy to hit. He's never been easy to hit before. So could he be on the decline? Could be. Could it be the worst night of his life? Possibly. And then if it was the worst night of his life, which I hope it was, he'll get in there and I think he beat Usyk. But if he performs like that, there's only one winner in the fight, isn't there?
We are expecting news this week on Eubank Benn. Eddie's not here. We think that's what he's working on. It's kind of hard to gauge that fight because we've only seen Conor once of late. Chris Eubank obviously came back in spectacular style against Liam Smith. How do you see that fight?
Listen, I respect Chris Eubank Jr. after his last performance against Liam Smith, but I think Liam Smith, it was all about making weight for that camp and it wasn't the real Liam Smith. That's just me being honest, because if it was the real Liam Smith, I believe the same result would have happened again. He was a conclusive winner in the first fight and I believe he would have been in that instance, but I think it was more, I don't want to hate doing it to take away from a performance, but I think it was more to how bad Liam was in that fight, and I know he won't mind me saying that because that's just what I believe. I believe a full fit Liam Smith beats a full fit Eubank Jr. That's just my opinion. I think Conor Benn knocks Chris Eubank Jr. out early doors as well. This is my opinion.
One final thing I wanted to get your thoughts on, someone who took the boxing world by storm, we touched on him briefly, Francis Ngannou. He's now looking for another dancing partner. We think he's going to stay in boxing.
Yeah,
what would you like to see him do?
I'd like to see the AJ fight. I'd like to see it in Africa. I think it'd be an unbelievable spectacle. Hopefully get one of my fighters on the undercard. Yeah, I think it'd be fantastic. So yeah, good luck to Big Francis. What a story he's had. He comes from absolutely fuck all. So credit to him. He secured the bag and he's going to go and get an even bigger bag afterwards. So credit to Francis Ngannou. I'm very happy for him.
Right, Sam, thank you very much for speaking to me. I'll catch you soon.
No problem.